Hey guys, it's Reanimation. I'm back here with another What If video. This is What If Naruto was exiled from the Leaf Part 5. So, today, the reason why we're uploading this instead of the other What If is because finally, the other What If / What If Naruto was no longer hidden daily. So, for the next 3 days, I'll upload 3 different what ifs that have hit their goals. Which one of them is what if Uchiha was in Naruto. So, without anything else to say, let's roll on with the intro. That'll be the outro. So, how it would begin is that, B would go to the Raikage and say, "Yo, big bro, I'm gonna go on a mission to get Yayiko back from those Akatsuki fools." According to what the info we have on them, the Akatsuki is in the Hidden Rain village. We saw Sasuke Uchiha going to the Hidden Rain village, and we sensed a massive power around a year ago, big bro. I see, B. Okay, go there. I'll call Darley for backup if you don't come back in a day, okay? Then B says, "Yeah, sure, big bro." So B goes on the mission to find Yayiko without knowing Yayiko's already dead. So Sasuke would also go there in order to gain the Rinnegan. So there will be a new member of the Akatsuki, which has a Kekkei Genkai, which is grav attack. He can use gravity to lighten himself and his cloak by a lot, making him around 5 times faster. Though he can't use the weight of a slash, he mostly uses Kenjutsu, and he can wait or use his Kekkei Genkai to make his blade weigh a lot more to do a downward heavy slam. Along with being able to dodge attacks with high speed and precision, he's a deadly ninja that can use the hidden mist jutsu very well. He can hide in the mist, which is tougher than normal mist. So B will encounter, or Sasuke will encounter him and would fight him for a while till B showed up. So far, Sasuke was able to barely match him in taijutsu. Till Sasuke realized B was here, Sasuke was able to escape when B arrived. As Sasuke's continuing on to go fight Pain, so B says, "Where's Yayiko, you fool? You fool!" As the unknown Akatsuki member, which will be called Zen, says, "I don't know. She's the Two Tails, Namatabi, right?" As B says, "Correct. Now give her back to the hidden cloud or prepare to face the wrath of the Killer B." As B powers up to his Two Tails cloak. As Zen says, "I see the 8 tails. I suppose I'll capture you." And to where Yayiko is, she's already dead through the extraction. As B says, "You Akatsuki will pay." As B went to his 8 tails version 2 cloak, as B's able to match Zen's speed and Zen surprised about this, though Zen is a former master samurai along with a samurai of the mist. Zen was supposed to be one of the 7 samurai or 7 swordsmen of the mist, though when Yagra took over he had to leave, though he was the apprentice of Zabuza. And Zen turned rogue and is now within the Katsuki. The blade Zen uses is smaller than the executioner's blade, though with iron it can regenerate. This is the special blade that's made out of some of the materials the executioner's blade made out of. So Zen says, "You're pretty good with your off the blade style. I see why they call you a perfect Jinchuriki." SB says, "You see nothing yet." Yeet! B says as he yeets into the 8 Tails Biju form and says, "Biju Dama!" As the tailed beast bomb is about to hit Zen, till Zen says, "Gravity release, weighted slash." As well, Zen slashes the boulder through a downward slash, or slashes the tailed beast bomb, though it's getting far slower due to the blade connecting with the attack. The blades making it weight more and more and more. As then the tail beast bomb, through enough pressure, explodes, which turns B back into his version 2 cloak, and Zen gets injured a lot. As Zen says, "You're pretty good, but not good enough." As Zen says, showering hidden mist kunai jutsu, lightning speed. As kunai start going everywhere, and even one of them was able to hit Sasuke and Pain from that far away. As Pain says, "I suppose Zen is fighting someone. I did see a large explosion, probably the 8 Tails, and he needs to use this technique, huh?" As B gets hit by a bunch of kunai, B blasts them all back into the mist, which one of them hits Zen, which stopped the attack. As B says, "You're pretty good, but not good enough." Yeah! As B tries to power up, though he can only power up into his 5 Tails version 2 state. As B says, "What's going on, Gyuki?" As Gyuki says, "B, I think those kunai, after hitting you, are restricting more of my chakra to get through. Be careful of being hit, because you might start to not be able to go as much, though he is weakened with a kunai. Remember that kunai possessed my chakra, so it should start weakening him." As B says, "Sure, I'll use your chakra for now, otherwise he'll take it." As B says to Gyuki and B says to Zen, "Fine, I'll use 8 Tails chakra. Prepare to face me, the Octokiller B. Lightning style, lightning cloak." As B has somehow learned the lightning cloak version 1, as B charges at Zen, being triple the speed that he originally was, though not as fast as Zen. As B and Zen clash, though Zen's slower due to the injury getting worse and worse. As Zen says, "Guess I'll have to use it." As Zen creates 2 clones to hold off B, as Zen says, "Oh chance, may the light lend me your strength. May nature give me their power. May the nature lend me the chakra of nature release." as Zen then says, Heavenly Slash! As a light speed attack hits B, who is quite injured and is now injured enough to nearly be knocked out. As B says, Ato, lend me your chakra. As then the Atos lend B some chakra, which pushed B to the two-tail state. Zen is very tired now and says, damn it, he's still able to go into that state. I'll have to escape. As B says, no, you aren't escaping, Zen, you fool, hey, Toad, octuple attack. As B uses his tails or the two tails cloak to grab his swords and begin to barrage Zen, which Zen slowly starts to be punctured. As then Zen says, I suppose this is the end for me. As Zen then bled out. Meanwhile, a couple minutes earlier, Pain and Sasuke began to fight. Sasuke was able to slash through the animal path and summon the top 5 most powerful snakes and the top 3 most powerful crows to fight the animal path's animals. Meanwhile, he took out the animal path, which he took out 3 paths: the creation path, the resurrection one, along with the animal path. As Sasuke says, it's over, Susanoo. As then Sasuke activates his Susanoo at its armored state and was able to seal a way to a path and was able to take out one before the chakra draining path was able to drain away the Susanoo that was taken out, as only the Deva path remained. As the Deva path says, you're pretty good, though you can no longer use your Susanoo, and you're beginning to run low on chakra. As Pain gets hit in a kunai right in the stomach, and Sasuke got cut in the cheek. As Pain says, it's Zen. He must be fighting someone. As then they begin to feel some nature chakra there. As Sasuke says, I may not have the power of Susanoo, but I have the nature power. Also, I sense some of the nature power gathering there, which I'm just gonna absorb some of it. As the reason why B won and wasn't taken out through that attack was because Zen thought the attack was at full power, but it was really at 80%, due to Sasuke taking some of the chakra of it and turning into imperfected Crow Sage mode. As then Sasuke and Pain begin a taijutsu fight, which Sasuke's crushing Pain, who used planetary devastation to stop Sasuke's Omega Cron / barrage, which was like 1,000 Cron Knights, which are each kunai that were coming towards Pain. As Pain then says, Shinra Tensei. As then Sasuke gets pushed to the wall, and then Pain says, Chibaku Tensei. As then Earth begins to surround Sasuke, as Pain then says, it's over. As Pain takes out his chakra rod and is about to stab Sasuke, as Sasuke finally collected enough nature energy to enter Mastered Crow Sage mode and begins to pummel Pain, as he then sensed that this wasn't a real Pain and then went to Pain, as he killed he killed Conan after a tough fight and was able to get to, Pain or Nagato and take his Renegon and kept the other one for his sensei, thinking that his sensei was worthy and was the only other Sharingan user alive, not knowing that Obito was alive. And then Sasuke's mission was a success, and B's mission was a fail and a success. He got some revenge, and he didn't get Yahiko or Yugito. So we skip back to seeing Naruto and Sarui Yuki. So Sarui has 2 Kakugenkai, Analyzation, which will allow him to break down a attack after focusing or break down a jutsu, or basically find the mechanics of how the jutsu works and what are the abilities of the jutsu after focusing on it for a couple seconds. He can basically break down how it works. Along with having the ice style. So Naruto would say, Sorry, you need to do a nearly S-rank mission. This won't be that difficult, though only you can do. You see, on the battlefield, there will be a bunch of jutsu that we may need to counter and have our shinobi learn. So your mission will be to go to the battlefield where the leaf and sand are facing the, hidden earth and cloud village. You'll break down their jutsus and how they work, along with how to learn them. As then Sarui says, sure. Then Naruto says, and if you run into anyone that powerful, like the Black Lightning user, that's supposed to be the next, I suppose Kage of the Hidden Cloud, you can create a ice dome to trap them in, then escape as fast as you can by creating crystal ice mirrors to transfer to each mirror from a long distance and crack the mirror before it so they can't follow you. As then Sarui says, yes sir. As Sarui would find out about a lot of jutsu, which I won't be naming a lot, except the piercing water dragon, along with the 8 gates, which some ninja will be learning the 8 gates in the mist, which will probably just be Naruto and his shadow clones, but maybe others. So Zen would then come back, though before he does, Darui would say, what are you doing? I thought the mist wasn't supposed to interfere. As then Starui says, I'm not interfering, I'm just checking the battle to report to the Mizukage. As Darui says, well, don't go here then. As then Darui left, Darui went to the battlefield to use his Black Lightning. Darui created a shadow or a ice clone with no presence to study the jutsu. This ice clone is semi-similar to the shadow clones. It can transfer memory due to the ability of the Analyzation Kakugenkai. As then, Sarui learned how the Black Lightning style works circus style, laser beams, black lightning. So yes, Sarwi learned how those worked. As then Sarwi returned to Naruto and says, mission success. I was able to learn about those techniques. As then Naruto says, good job. I'm gonna leave the village for a bit. I have a meeting in the Hidden Leaf in order to get my inheritance back. I actually hope Uchiha Sasuke attacks me so I can charge the Uchiha clan and get a little payback. As Sarwi says, wait, how did you meet another Yuki from your stories? As Naruto says, it was in my mission to the land of waves. It was supposed to be a C rank, but it quickly turned to a rank. Then I met him in the forest, not knowing that he was the masked hunter ninja, which was actually him not being a hunter ninja. As then I fought him and figured out his identity. I didn't know him long as he sacrificed himself to save the 7 swordsman Zabuza. As Sarwi says, do you know if there's anyone close with Zabuza? As Naruto says, well, there is one. His name is Zen. He was supposed to take the mantle of the 7 swordsman executioner after, Zabuza died, though he was never able to return to the Mist Village. And Sarwi says, oh, okay, good luck on your, mission to the Leaf. As Naruto says, good luck to you, Sarwi. As then Sarwi says, what for? You're gonna be the Hokage guide for May Terame. I'm thinking of making her, temporary Hokage or Mizukage when I leave for my birthday or special events. As Sarwi says, oh, okay. As then Naruto goes down and says, I'll be staying in the village for 2 days. I'm gonna go reanimate my mother and father to go talk to them. As Naruto says, Sarwi says, oh yeah, you learned the reanimation, right? But are you gonna use Zetsu again? As Naruto says, yeah, obviously. As then Naruto goes to his Zetsu collection, all the Zetsu he's defeated, the Zetsu are all alive, though unconscious. As then Minato and Kushina are reanimated, and Naruto says, hey, Minato, Kushina. As Minato and Kushina says, Naruto, what's happening? Oh, did you reanimate us again? As Naruto says, yeah. As Minato, Kushina, and Naruto just begin to talk, and then Naruto mentions how, Sasuke and Uchiha were saved. As then Kushina said, wait, please tell me you and Sasuke were friends. Me and Mikudo were gonna allow you two to see each other for a while, though we didn't survive. As Naruto says, yeah, we're kind of friends, more like rivals, though we used to hate each other. As Minato and Kushina say, oh. As then Minato says, wait, so you're the Mizukage, right? As Naruto says, yeah. You need to find out where Madara is. It'll be hard for Madara to survive, cause as Naruto then says, wait, that ain't Madara. dude, that ain't Madara. As then Minato says, what? So I was fighting a faker of Madara? As Naruto says, Madara's dead. As Minato just face palms and then says, so I was fighting a fake. I wasn't even fighting a person who can match Kage's, though he was able to semi-match me. As Naruto says, hey, I'm gonna go to the reef soon to collect my inheritance, along with the Raijin blade, which I already have. As then Kushina says, so you found out. As Naruto says, yup, you're a Senju. Yes, in this timeline, Kushina is a Senju and is the actual or the last Senju alive because she's reanimated. So, we won't go on her backstory yet, though Naruto just goes to the reef also about to go tell them about the other inheritance of the Senju clan, which maybe will just a little tinsy war breaks out. As Naruto goes to the reef, after he arrives in the reef, he went to Ichiraku Ramen and says, hey, old man, how you doing? As Tachi says, Naruto, it's been a while. Let me guess, you want 3 bowls of pork ramen? As Naruto says, no, I want 29,000 bowls. As Tachi says, okay, Naruto. As Naruto says, by the way, can I see my mother's ramen passport? As Tachi says, wait, you know about that? As Naruto says, yup. As Tachi says, sorry I didn't tell you. It was a tough matter to discuss. As after Naruto finished the ramen, Naruto went to the meeting, collected his inheritance, also mentioning the Senju inheritance. Then Naruto revealed Wood Star, Wood Dragon. As Naruto says, oh, Senju inheritance? As they begrudgingly agree, realizing that the mist also has wood style. So Naruto gains another 50 million Ryu. Now the Hidden Leaf just has 40 million. So this will be the end of the what if video. The like goal will be 10 likes, and if you want it tomorrow, 12 likes within 24 hours. Otherwise,